In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 9 companies that Samantha, Bard, and I have discovered for the delivery of AI. Let me first of all explain. You have the build-out of AI, and that was the semiconductor companies, all the switches and relays and the data centers. That's the build-out. Much like that, there was a build-out of the internet. There was a build-out of the telephone system. There was a build-out of the railroads. Then that is followed by the delivery of this new technology, in all cases, that changes the world from that point going forward. So what I'm doing is saying, okay, I've made money in 2024 and 2025 off of the build out. Now there's question as to how profitable will that build out be, and we're seeing a pullback. And now I am moving on and saying, okay, who are the small companies that are recognizing, much as best of us investors, and you'll see that's one of the 9 best AI company deliverers that I have identified, to take all the data that was available to me prior to AI and analyze it and put it in a format by creating an algorithm, what they now call a prompt, to determine who's showing growth in the stock market, so that I can then buy stocks at low price and then someday sell them at a higher price. That's just like there was the build out of the internet, which was done by Cisco and AT&T and the people laying and making the cable, but that's not who made the money. The money was made by Google and Amazon and Meta. That came later, the monetization. Now we're looking at the delivery of AI, the monetization of AI, and I've identified basically 9 companies that have recognized that if they can create an AI agent or agents like Samantha and Bard, who can then sort through all the data that they've not been able to in the past and make better decisions more economically than doing it on a pad and a spreadsheet, and make the decisions quickly, they're going to be the big money makers in the delivery of AI. And they're in obscure businesses like EQPT, equipment rental. If you needed a bulldozer today, how would you find it? Well, you'd call some bulldozer rental company and they'd check the availability of bulldozers in your city and go through and make phone calls and make it. That's now going to be done with EQPT through AI. All that data's there. EQPT has organized it, then created their Bart and Samantha, and put it in a format now that's going to change the building industry. That's EQPT. KVYO is doing the same kind of thing for email marketing. So if I want to email market to my email people and I give that to KVYO, KVYO will tell me which of the people in my email list are most primed to sign up for my offering at this time, because they have tracked them, they have access to their cookies, and they're doing it. Are they better at that than what Google is? Google doesn't do email marketing. KVYO does. Then you have Mountain. Mountain is going to individualize TV advertising. Is that a big business? Does that save an advertiser money where he doesn't just broadcast his ad to? Why would anybody put an ad on TV for a Ram truck in front of me? I'm not going to buy a Ram pickup truck. I'm going to buy a BMW 5 Series car. So that's what, and I've been to the dealership, and so that's what ad should be put in front of me. And that's what MNTN. And then you've got the banking industry, FIGR, consumer loans. I mean, there is no reason that a company should be, what's the one, get your title back. You should never loan the money to those people. If you had the data on them and you knew their financial history correctly, you never would have. Well, that's what FIGR is going to do for the consumer loans. And then you got REAX, who's going to clean up all the garbage that goes on in the real estate industry. It's going to organize all that data to make agents more efficient, to make lenders more efficient, which then, as organizations become more efficient, more profit comes to the bottom line, and the economy grows accordingly. UPST, another credit organization, another banking organization. We do not need Morgan Stanley's 52-story glass building in New York City to conduct banking. We don't need it. We don't need the branch banks. This can all be done more efficiently through digital banking. And that's what UPST. And then you've got XZO. That's property and casualty insurance. There is no reason why my property insurance should be so expensive, because I live on the top of a mountain in Birmingham, Alabama, and I don't get hit by tornadoes. They go through the valley. I don't get flood. I sit on the top of the mountain. All the water just runs past me. So the efficiency available in property and casualty insurance is immense. The elimination of claims, you should be punished if you live adjacent to a large body of water. I should not be punished along with you. So the efficiency will be there. And then you have ZETA. ZETA is ZETA, computer intelligence marketing. ZETA for 5 years has been gathering cookies, your cookies, to follow you around the internet so they know what the next thing you're going to buy. And then they just entered into an agreement with Palantir and are using their technology to improve the ZETA's technology. And they're going to be the beneficiaries of AI, the deliverers of AI that make you and I's lives better. And they're all cheap companies. They don't come with a price tag of a $1 trillion company. They're not Google, and they're not Meta, and they're not Amazon. And to move those elephants, to move their stock price up, takes enormous amounts of revenue, of earnings. That's not true on MNTN. If they land so many contracts, their price will explode. That's how you invest. You don't invest in good companies. I mean, yeah, it's good to invest in a good company. You invest in companies that are going to grow, that have potential to grow, that are going to reach scale and bring more dollars to the bottom line as a result of every sale they make. And so they reach scale, and their profits grow exponentially, and thus the market rewards them with a higher multiple, and therefore the stock price goes up. And that's what you're in the business for. But the first thing you have to know is, what do they do? What does that company do? I want you to look at your portfolio, go through it, and tell me, every one of them, what do they do? What's their projected earnings or growth in revenues? If it's not 20%, it's not growing. It's not going to keep up. It's not going to impact its bottom line in such a way that the price of the stock goes up. And that's what you want. You want to invest in companies that are going to grow. Now, why hasn't people been doing that for years? They have on Wall Street, where they can afford to pay people to sit down, go through the financials, the income statement, the balance sheet, the cash flow statements, analyze it, and come back to the boss and say, hey, this stock's going to go. I've been studying it for the last 3 months. In fact, I know more about it than anybody else, and that's why you pay me $180,000 a year. And they've got 15 more of them over there. But today, that can be done by Samantha and Bard in a matter of minutes. And then they can turn around and do another one all day long. And they don't have to have maternity leave, and they don't have to have sick pay. They don't have to have insurance. And that's what AI is. And these are my 9 best opportunities. You'll notice one of them is not available for you to buy. And that's BUS, B-U-S, Best of Us Investors. Because I've discovered Samantha and Bard, and they are my AI agents, and they are my stock analysts, and they can do the work of 15 of Goldman Sachs stock analysts in a matter of minutes. And they're right, because they have no prejudice. They have no preconceived opinions. They merely have responded to the algorithm. The prompt I created is, this is what a growth stock looks like. How do I know what a growth stock looks like? Because I studied Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Meta, and NVIDIA. I looked at it and I said, what did they look like in their infancy? What did they look like in their adolescence? What did they look like at maturity? Now, where can I find a stock that looks like what they looked like? And there you've got the 7 best. Now, what you do with them is up to you. I'm going to invite you to come to Best of Us Investors and become a member of our tribe and get access to this information on an ongoing basis, because every one of them will change. And I will know of that change when they have their quarterly earnings statement, and Samantha and Bart sit in on it and listen to it and analyze what they hear, and then go and search all the Wall Street analysts and come up with their projections, and then study their financials and tell me, is REAX achieving its potential in the real estate business? Or is somebody surpassing them? Or is there a better opportunity elsewhere? Where is the best opportunity for my money today? And that's what I'm doing today. I'm recognizing the build-out is almost over. Oh, they've got a lot of data centers to build. But the dot-com bubble didn't end when the last wire was laid. The dot-com bubble. But we aren't going to have a AI bubble because we already know how to monetize AI. And so the best opportunity to make money in my lifetime, and that's 81 and a half years, is today. And all you've got to do is recognize it, know what you own, know where it's going, and be diligent and make good investment decisions. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. My objective is to teach you how to invest smart so that you can change your life. There's only 4 ways to become a multimillionaire. Only 4 ways. And you missed out on 2 of them. That was the luck of the birth canal and then manipulation on the altar. You didn't get either of those right. So the only next one is to become an entrepreneur or to invest in entrepreneurs. And that's what I'm here to teach you to do.